Coach Burnett. Just in the nick of time. They got
so nice and bright.
Okay, so first things first, how is Burnett Train doing so far here at Grade School State Championships 2021?
We're doing really well, I think. And not to be vague with my answer, but we've got quite a few placers. We had this session, we have guys coming up. The session's being mixed up. I'm like all thrown off, but this session we had a handful of placers. My son Gray won. Uriah Lopez was second. Connor Bagdonis was first. His twin brother was fourth. They wrestled in the semis, which is awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
What was that like? Talk about that a little bit.
So that
Bagdonis
they're
ran
just
into
awesome.
each other.
They're just awesome. They're the same bracket, the same size. Every once in a while, they're in the same bracket. Mom and dad that's the dynamic. They put them in there. The kids just figure it out.
Do you guys do what West Shore does and no coaches in the corner?
Yeah, so they were handled. I wasn't over there. I think Dad and Coach Whitner just sat in the same corner.
Oh, there's an empty corner.
Yeah, empty corner, and the kids just go out and navigate it, and they just battle.
And Dad's, they're probably not even yelling, are they?
Yeah, no, the kids just go out and they just wrestle like it's practice, like a live go. So, but like, testament to them, their family, for balancing that dynamic and how they do it. It's super healthy, and they're awesome.
Gray does the rare 6th grade OAC junior high title and then the OAC D4 title. He dominated a little more out here yesterday and today, than he did last weekend. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, sure. But there's really good kids. Sometimes what happens when you see kids that do both, with Gray being in that lighter weight class for the junior high, you could have a couple really, really elite kids, maybe older kids that are small for their age or whatnot. So you got to navigate maybe a couple tough matches where when you get into the grade school, there can be more kids there can be more higher level kids for that weight and age level, if that makes sense. But he did a great job. He works really hard. I'm super proud of him. To be able to be part of that, to coach with my brother Eric, do it with him, watch Gray do that. It was really, really cool. I'm really proud.
So you look at it, Eric is done at Elyria next year. BTW, you guys don't really treat it like a feeder. Like, guys don't always just have to go to Elyria or go to Perrysburg, obviously.
Sure.
But do you foresee kids, like, if your brother's not at Elyria full-time, the head coach anymore, do you foresee that potentially you could see more BTW kids at Perrysburg?
It's really tough. We don't have open enrollment. So parents literally have to make a major sacrifice and move into our district. And that's obviously really hard. You got to sell your home, you got to buy a new home, or you got to rent a home, however you do
Just
that.
like the Blazes, for example.
Right,
The Blazes moved from Clinton, Michigan, down to Perrysburg, 40 minutes down the road, down I-75. That's tough.
Yeah.
It paid off, though. It has paid off.
Absolutely. Our program gained an amazing family. The kids are amazing. Obviously, they do well in school. They're awesome for our wrestling program. But it's just they lived in a condo and then they bought a house. You know what I mean? The Ewan family had to buy a house. The Satos bought a house.
Satos moved for a totally. The dad got transferred from Columbus to Toledo.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's as legit of a move as it gets.
Absolutely.
And you guys have been jammed up a little bit with some transfers. Moon didn't get to compete in the postseason for you guys from Clay to Perrysburg.
Sure.
So it doesn't always work out.
Right. Yeah.
And there's other thing. It's not like you can really recruit. It's illegal.
Absolutely.
It's like someone's like, "Hey, I'm coming." You just kind of got to be like, that's awesome.
Yeah. Hey,
right? Like,
cool.
what can you really say?
Yeah. Cool. We'll see.
What can you really say?
Yeah. Well, there's nothing you can say. Unless that's where it gets tricky because, families have to understand the dynamic of following rules, but making that major sacrifice. And a lot of times, kids are just like, "Hey, that's a really good school district. The coaches there are great. We want them." A lot of times it's kid driven versus parents, right? So kids moving in, transfers, what we're doing within our community is really, really special. But I think I think at Elyria, I think my brother will definitely, whoever takes that over will be very capable. And obviously a guy like Eric Burnett is going to be missed, but I think my brother will do a really good job of being around, helping, and Elyria is going to be relevant for a long time. And I hope so. Being his brother.
What do you guys got to do? Bag Donuts are their Perrysburg guys. Tackett's their Perrysburg guys. You already got a bunch of those families are there already.
Yeah.
They're there before you.
Yeah.
Right.
I
mean, you got a really good thing. You guys are, just from the results I see out from last weekend and this weekend, you're going to be there in another year. You're already there. You were 6th this year.
Yeah, right.
So you're going to be in the trophy title chase next year. Marcus Blaze will be on your team.
Right.
Joey Blaze, state champ. I mean, you guys are going to be right there, Scottie.
Yeah. I think the thing that, as a coach, talking selfishly about Perrysburg, we just have to continue to grow. Like, we got to grow our numbers with our youth program, and our junior high numbers have to keep growing, which will then feed the high school, which will have, you'll have more kids that know how to wrestle versus then you need athletes. We need bigger athletic kids, football players to come out, help us out, start 7th, 8th grade, freshman year, sophomore year, to fill our upper weights.
How do you target your football team? How do you target them? How do you get your football players to come out?
Well, relationships, up till this year, I personally didn't do a very good job of networking and building relationships within our football program. But I think that's what you have to do. You have to have obvious buy-in between sports, right? Football program, wrestling program, for kids to do both. And then you just build on that, right? Build rapport, have relationships. You get bigger kids to come out, hoping that they have a positive impact on your wrestling team, and then wrestling then makes their football better. So then it's win-win. So that's kind of what we're looking at doing, to continue to grow the numbers. Because right now there's programs, there's community teams in the state. What's cool about my son being in our youth program is I get to see this play out. I'm seeing it play out in front of me. And there's some programs that are building, just like us, and have more numbers. So it's a numbers game. Have to be able to just keep, planting seeds, love on people, coach kids, and just hope your program, you just keep building and growing.
What would you say to a big athletic Perrysburg Yellow Jacket football player? What would you say to them to get them out?
I would just say, hey, join our team because we have a lot of fun. You know what I mean? We truly have a lot of fun, and wrestling will help your football. If you do it the right way, if you pursue it, and you're coachable, cutting weight shouldn't be an issue for you if you're a big guy, and just stay strong and become athletic. You know what I mean? But the big thing is our team has a lot of fun. We love on each other. We joke around when we need to joke around. We're serious when we need to be serious. And I think our kids saw, we continue to piggyback off of our runner-up team, 2015, I believe, to now continuing that tradition, adding to it, and then just having the mindset of and the ultimate target of winning a championship. Because we have to believe we can win a championship. Otherwise, why are we doing it?
All right. Did that cleaner get you in the throat a little bit? It got me.
I just got a scratchy voice. I'm just, what I mean?
Got me. That cleaner in there gets me.
Oh, did it? Oh.
Yeah. All right. You got anything else for me?
No, man. Thanks for doing what you do. You're awesome. Love you, brother. And go Jackets.
All right. Good luck to you guys. We're going to talk camps with Eric, and we're going to do camps this summer, right?
Awesome. Yeah, for sure, man.